That was during the war. After the war, and I interrupt at this point with another meanwhile back at the ranch. There were three givens, if you will, to blacks in the times. Three things you have to understand about the situation. What are them givens? In 1865, there was a change in status from 1/2 million free blacks plus 4.5 million slaves to 5 million free blacks. Overnight, 4.5 million people became free. 90% of all blacks lived in the South. So this is impacting the South. And in the South, aside from Kentucky and North Carolina, the states had nothing which even approached a public school system. So it is not a good time. I mean, you are freeing a lot of people, but freeing them for what? At the governmental level, the Freedman Bureau is created. It was an 1865 agency approved by Lincoln for war relief. And almost in an unheralded move, it turned its efforts toward the education of freed blacks and informed the missionary groups of willingness to cooperate. And then it said, and we intend to concentrate our efforts on pre-college education. So in other words, we're going to leave colleges and universities to you guys if you want it. Moving on to higher education. That became the focus of the groups. After the war, literally hundreds of educational institutions utilizing the words college, university, institute, or normal were opened. Prior to 1890, most were private and denominational, and the openings were undertaken in three distinct waves. From 1865 through 1875, most were established by white northern churches. From 1876 through 1889, most were established by black southern churches. And these we know of already. 1890 was the Second Morrill Act, the 14 black land-grant colleges in the states of the old Confederacy. More on higher education. Criticism has been directed at these institutions because they taught secondary or even elementary classes. But consider that they were in the South, which had few elementary or secondary schools for anyone, and many white Southern institutions and even some white Northern ones listed preparatory enrollments as well. And you thought developmental students were the stepchildren of community colleges. Ha. Okay, put everything together and it spells mother. Take our 12 years of schooling, add the bottom rung, the kindergarten, established in 1855 in Watertown, Wisconsin. I'm not going to attempt to translate that for you, but it means small children keeping busy establishment, our kindergarten, and the top rung, the graduate school, and you pretty much have what we know and love today.